Yeah. Feel it. Champions of the United States. Yeah. Turn me up, Cruz. We finally made it out them trenches, nigga. Hallelujah. Whoa!
If I could just do this entire video just smiling, I think I would. Hello guys, I am coming off the back of Chelsea versus Manchester United, the FA Cup semi-final, and I must say, as an obvious Chelsea fan, I am elated. My God. What a performance Chelsea put on today. What a performance. And you know what? People might say we didn't play good football today, blah, blah, blah. But guess what? At the end of the day, Chelsea is in the FA Cup final and so is Arsenal. Arsenal didn't play good football against Manchester City the other day either. But I guess that's how you win an FA Cup semi-final nowadays. You just got to do what you got to do. Honestly though, big up Frank Lampard, because I genuinely didn't think that Frank Lampard would go for the three at the back. Ask anyone, I've literally been hounding saying Frank Lampard needs to do three at the back, otherwise we are going to lose against Man United. What we needed to do today was play them at their own game. A game that we have lost 3 times in a row. If we had lost a 4th time, I would have lost my mind. So we think God. Switching to 3 at the back today was the pinnacle of our success. Now, the last 3 times Man United have played against us, they've literally played the same formation, the same style of play, and it was just like after the 3rd time we were thinking, why isn't Frank Lampard getting it? All of the Chelsea fans understood exactly what Ole was going to do match after match after match, because he just didn't switch it up. But glory to God, like, he switched it up. He played a 3 at the back. He beat them at their own game. And what happened? Came away with a W. And I can guarantee Ole saw the team sheet and saw 3 at the back for Chelsea, and he was thinking, what am I going to do here? You know, with his accent, what am I going to do here? I can't do a Manchester/Norwegian accent. Don't cuss me. Don't cuss me. I tried there, innit? I tried. There was a lot of talk that, you know, Man United weren't going to start Paul Pogba anyway, or Martial, purely because Manchester United are, you know, going for top 4. However, I thought that was just a real rookie mistake from Ole. Now, one thing about football, it's all about playing chess. Like, you've got to be one step ahead of your opponent. And for the last few times, Ole has been one step ahead of Frank Lampard, fair enough. But Ole should have known, 4th time round, Frank Lampard's going to at least try something different. So Ole came with his 3 at the back, and it just went to tits. I'm sending my prayers out to Eric Bailly, because only God knows what kind of situation he's in right now. Like, I really hope he's okay. I hope he's well. Big up Aaron Wan-Bissaka for taking him out for us, because Eric Bailly, he's an amazing defender. I personally rate Eric Bailly, even though he's quite rash sometimes. I think his decision making is almost like 8 out of 10. Like, he is a very good centre back, and he would have given Chelsea problems, especially up against Giroud, especially up against Mount. Like, he would have given Chelsea a lot of problems. Aaron Wan-Bissaka had a horrible match. My goodness gracious me, horrible match. Man United fans be like, Trent, come outside. Trent is now outside. He's outside Aaron Wan-Bissaka's door. What? I think Fred had a horrible match. I think Daniel James had a horrible match. Who else had a horrible match? Bruno Fernandes. Nah. I'm all for the rough play. Like, I love it. Like, it just brings that little bit of to the match, you know, that razzle dazzle to the match. Now, the way Chelsea players were trying to take out Bruno was not even funny. Bruno just kept getting taken out. But then there were a couple instances where Bruno was diving, even though he always got the free kick. I'm just looking at him like, are you being for real right now? I think there was a challenge that Kovacic made on Bruno, and it was a blatant dive, but he still got the free kick. But I'm just thinking, is this the tone you are setting for yourself in the Premier League? Because this ain't the first time I've seen him dive. Like, it's not. So I was just a bit like, I ain't trying to see that no more. Like, don't every day. Like, it's not every day. Please stop it. There's the narrative that Bruno Fernandes can't play as well without Pogba. Yeah, so Pogba basically boosts Bruno Fernandes's game. My dad, I'm going to bring him on my channel one of these days, but my dad says it's the other way around. My dad says Paul Pogba cannot play without Bruno Fernandes, whilst Bruno Fernandes is an amazing player on his own. I can't really use today as a testament. I'm going to keep a watch out for that and see whether it's Bruno Fernandes, who is not that much of a good player without Pogba, or whether it's Paul Pogba that needs Bruno Fernandes to play well. My dad also brought up the fact that when Paul Pogba was at Juventus, he was playing next to Pirlo. And of course, Pirlo, he is up there. Now, he was playing with Pirlo, and obviously Paul Pogba looked amazing next to Pirlo, but who wouldn't look amazing next to Pirlo? I'd look amazing next to Pirlo, you know? Like, Pirlo just makes everyone that little bit better. So Bruno Fernandes, I think he's a phenomenal player. Again, I've said this multiple times. I will take him at Chelsea. However, today he was a little bit booky. I don't know whether Ole thinks it's a good idea to allow your players to get run down, because Bruno Fernandes has literally, I think he started every single game since the restart. My G, let him rest. It was a bit of a sticky one for Man United in midfield today, but it showed. It really showed with Bruno Fernandes. It showed he was tired today. He lost the ball on numerous occasions. I don't know whether it was because Chelsea was applying so much pressure, the pressure that he hasn't been used to these last few games, because he's been playing against, I'm not going to say bums, I'm going to say teams that aren't as good as Manchester United. But today, he met the big boys. Yeah, he met the big boys. Even though he met them before and beat us 2-0. However, he met the true big boys of Chelsea FC today. When Ole switched to 4 at the back, I knew he was pissed. Even though his hand was forced, I just knew he's pissed now. Giving Maguire more responsibility against Giroud. Oh my days, like, that battle was hilarious. I feel like Giroud came on top at least 90% of the time. So the battle between Giroud and Maguire, Giroud won, hands down, clearly. But once it got to 4 at the back, it just went tits up. Now, I respect the Williams kid, yeah? The Williams kid that's filling in for Luke Shaw, because obviously Luke Shaw's injured and he can't play for, I think it's the rest of the season. He can't play for the rest of the season. Now, I respect the kid because he's given William a run for his money, I think, twice already this season. So today, the fact that William was on top of the battle between Williams and William today was a shocker for me. Don't get me wrong. William had a horrendous game. He was so bad. He was really, really bad. All of his crosses amounted to nothing. However, this is why I say managers like him. He can track back. He loses the ball. He's winning it back. He's doing everything he can to win it back. His pace is undeniable. There was a point where he was just sprinting, running like a headless chicken just to cross it into a pile of nothing, which is what really irritates me about the kid. But hey, I'm not going to dwell on negatives today because we actually played really well. Kovacic, machine. He's actually a machine. Like, I love him. I don't understand how he cannot be the player of the season for Chelsea. Like, I love him. I have nothing negative to say about Jorginho. I had a lot to say about him last week because I just felt like every time he plays, it's always sideways passing. But today, none of that. I don't think we could have played any better than we did today. Scoring 3 goals against Manchester United that have beaten us 3 times already this season is huge. And I have said too much this season for us to have not won this last battle. Honestly, I've said way too much. I have sinned this season. I've said too much about Rashford. I've said too much about Rashford versus Tammy. I've said too much about Martial. I've said too much about Pogba. I've said too much for us to not get 1 W from Manchester United. So do I want to be shameless? Yes. Am I here shaking my ass? Yes. Am I ashamed of myself? No. Moving on. Harry Maguire, find a new career. Like, I'm tired of you for Man United fans. I'm tired of you. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, a one-off day. I know you can, when you're playing against the big boys, like, it's a little tough. Like, I understand, Maggie, I understand. Bruno Fernandes, you've been playing every single match for the last how many weeks, like, honestly. But you fell short today against the big boys. Like, I understand when you're playing big boys in the midfield, like, you know, like Martial, you came on just before half time and just couldn't do enough. Like, all you can do is give two little screw faces and that was it. Rashford, my G, like, on the losing side. Mason Greenwood, we all thought you were injured. You come on, still couldn't do nothing. Now, God bless David De Gea. Can we call David De Gea a world-class goalkeeper at this moment in time? No, we cannot. Wake up and smell the coffee. David De Gea is done. At this moment, I'll take Pope. I will take Henderson. I will keep Kepa Arrizabalaga. No, I won't. No, but honestly, I feel like it's time we had a discussion about David De Gea, because the blunders he's made in the last couple of weeks since the restart have been a bit too much, even this entire season. But I'm not going to go too deep into that. As much as I hate to admit it, Giroud had an amazing match, man of the match performance, and also Marcus Alonso. He did, you know, mess up a couple of times, but I always feel like when Marcus Alonso is in that wing-back role, that is his bag. God forbid I've seen him as a fullback ever again though, like, please get him out my club. But he put up a very good performance today, and unfortunately we're probably not going to have any room for wing-backs next season, so it is still time for Marcus Alonso to go. However, I'm very happy with his performance. Reece James, I'm happy with his performance. He wasn't lagging today like he has been these last couple of matches. He was quick, he was timely, he was efficient. But going to the other end of Manchester, just to quickly touch on this, yeah, has Pep lost his mind? Has he lost it? I genuinely need to know. It's one thing, you know, going to Arsenal and believing you're going to win just by playing a fully attacking team. That's one thing. Like, if anyone can do it, Manchester City can do it. But it's naivety, ain't it? Is it just me? Obviously, earlier in the restart, you pammed Arsenal. Cool, whatever. But understand, Arteta is your understudy. He could probably read exactly what you were going to do in this match. If you're not starting Fernandinho or Rodri, you are looking for a disaster class. Who have you got? Who did they have in the back? Of course, you can trust it. You can put your trust in Laporte. But Garcia, who is that guy? Has anyone noticed that Man City be coming out with these random players at random times, and then everyone's thinking, who are you? But I ain't even gonna talk about that because they've been exempt from whatever charges were brought against them by UEFA. So, hey, I guess it's all been legal. Not my business. Guys, Stardog is killing Pep Guardiola. I don't understand what his selection was. Playing David Silva. Now, class is permanent, form is temporary. I know, but David Silva was just not for that match. Of course, playing Gabriel Jesus, you didn't really have a choice there. I respect Jesus. Like, sometimes he plays really well, but sometimes he just goes off the grid and he does whatever the fuck he wants. Sterling had a mare of a match. Mahrez had a mare too. Letting Sane go was probably a huge mistake for Pep at this point. But hey, do you know what? Just to end this off, big up Arsenal, because they did hold it down. They held it down the same way Chelsea held it down in 2012 against Barcelona. So with that being said, I don't want to hear no Arsenal fan talk about the way Chelsea played against Barcelona in 2012 in the Champions League, because you did the exact same thing. And I'm so sure it was David Luiz that orchestrated everything. I'm so sure, because that guy had the match of his life. I've never seen him defend so adequately in my life. This man said, y'all give me a new contract, I'm going to die for the badge. That's what he said. He said, today I will die for the badge. Anyway, by God's grace, that's Arsenal's captain, leader, legend for the next 3 years. Amen. Did y'all hear about Leicester, by the way? Now, I ain't want to be shady, but damn, 3? The ghetto. That's literally Leicester's chances of top 4 basically down the drain. I don't see Man United losing to Leicester. I don't see Man United losing to West Ham. I don't see Chelsea losing to Wolves. Liverpool, I'm hoping Liverpool have mercy on us, you know. It's all smiles from me today, honestly, because Leicester losing today means less pressure on us to get top 4. Also, we are in another FA Cup final. How beautiful would it be to have seen Frank Lampard lift the FA Cup trophy as a Chelsea player, and then for me to watch him again lift it as a Chelsea manager. I am old. My quick predictions for the London Derby final of the FA Cup. This is Arsenal's trophy, so it's a bit difficult for me. I'm going to say maybe a 2-1 or a 3-1 to Chelsea, unless Arsenal want to come up with the revenge of Baku, like, you know, because losing 4-1 in the final could never ever be my club. However, Arsenal will probably come out guns blazing. So yeah, guys, before I go, just a gentle reminder that Eden Hazard has lifted the La Liga Cup. Call me shameless, call me whatever. Real Madrid didn't win the La Liga last year when Eden Hazard wasn't there. Now that Eden Hazard is here, what did they win? La Liga. Need I say any more? Make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. First thing you should do is like this video anyway. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Do y'all want to watch me shake my bum before I go? No? No? Not necessary? Okay, don't worry.